Good evening. This is a little bit of a test broadcast for me today. I just got my fiber connected and let me adjust my mic a little bit. And so let's see if we get a little bit better quality this week. And let's go. Welcome back. It's April 8th. We're doing some more Office add-in stuff today and have a look at the GitHub repo from Office add-ins, and especially working a little bit more on my debugging demo. My goal is to create a YouTube video with all the debug options, because there are a lot of questions around this. Hopefully you can make this a little bit more clear to everyone. And so let's move over to the code window. Where to start? Let's first start and have a look at my GitHub repo. CD data repos. Well, maybe you just start over again. Make directory 2021. You know the drill by now. 0408. That's today. 2021 0408. And now let's go into the GitHub repo from Office Development. Thanks for using Edge Canary. I clicked the other one, but I got Canary. GitHub. Let's go to GitHub. It's already predefined on PnP Office add-ins. That's nice to see. 3 days ago, 200 commits by David. What's in the change here? Updated the repo, Office add-in samples. This one is added April 5th. Use Outlook event-based activation to set the signature preview. Let's first go in here and get the code. Copy the URL. Go in here. Git clone. And have a look at the latest edition. So I got my fiber connection. It's really fast. Let's test it. While we are streaming. 780, 800, but that's in-house while all the family members are also using it, so it's a little bit higher. For me, the important part is the upload speed that I wish it would go to 1 gig as well, but apparently for everyone they changed it to 500, so half a gig. But I'm quite okay with it, and I hope the output in the video over there is okay as well. So let me know if you see a glitch, or do you think the image is improved over the previous episodes. It was cloned. Let's have a look. Go to PMP Office Add-ins, and we are in the master. No, not this one. And this is interesting because this is the fast. I think this is within the VM. So let's have a look how fast it is on Azure. That's not that fast. By now, probably it would be better if I do this on my own machine, stream machine. This is really terrible. So if I have to do a big download, it's holding out. The upload is much higher. This is still turning around, rotating, I should say. Twitch is telling me that the connection is excellent. Let's have a look at the. No, let's do that later on. YouTube speed. Okay, where was GitHub? There's GitHub. And its latest edition was the Outlook event-based activation in the samples. We've looked at this while it was not committed yet to the master. So now it's apparently committed. And let's have a look at that first. Go into samples, CD samples. It's the Outlook one. Outlook set signature. I don't see it. There it is. The casing is a little bit off compared to the others. There's no real standard in here. If you look at all the projects, it's not all the same. It should be renamed like Outlook dot and a set signature, something like that. Camel case. But anyway, let's move to CD Outlook. Set. The benefit is now I can easily tap into it. Oh, focus was on the wrong window. Code dot, you know the drill again. I should get a wireless headphone. Let's see, that's the README. Let's have a look at the preview. Oh, we have an update. Well, stuff your update. I'm not going to do that now. Use Outlook event-based activation set signature preview. It's a sample event activation to run Outlook add-in when the user creates a new message or appointment. Yeah, we did that before. The add-in can respond to events even when the task pane is not open. It also uses setSignature API. That's in preview. Come on, you can do better than this. Is there nothing in here? Oh, there it is. It's much quicker on my home machine with my fiber connection. Set signature, that's this one. Set signature async. And that's part of the API, Outlook API. This is these days the Outlook JavaScript API preview. Do we have previews on the other ones as well? Yes. Okay, nice. So what's this thing doing? The string that represents the signature to be set in the body of the mail. String is limited to 30,000 characters. Options, async context options or coercion type options. An object literally contains one or more of the following properties. Async context. Developers can provide any object they wish to access in the callback method. Coercion type. The format of the signature should be set to. If text, the method sets the signature to plain text. Removing HTML tags. If HTML, the method sets the signature to HTML. And the callback function, when the method completes, when the message completes, the function passed in the callback parameter is called a single parameter of the type Office async result. And we have an example in here. It's base 64. We put it in. Is this same thing? Yeah. Set signature. This is the signature, the type is HTML, and we have the result of the set signature. Link the full sample. Interesting is that this is GitHub user content something. Okay. It's in the form of a YAML file. That's interesting. So this looks like some sort of a notebook. Let's make a note of this. A note. My mic is in the way of my notes. Let's make it a little bit smaller. Notes. Paste. Is this some sort of a notebook? Anyway, let's get back to the sample of the demo in GitHub. In here. Build and run the solution. Clone the download the repository. That's already done. In the command line, go to the Outlook set signature folder. That's where we are. From the root directory, run the follow command. npm install. npm install. What I want to do first is let's have a check if my npm packages are up to date. npm global outdated. Should it be the other way around, outdated global? Nothing. npm help. npm command. Outdated. npm outdated help. Yeah, the scope should be at the end, not at the beginning. Outdated global. No, nothing is outdated. npm list global depth equals 0. So the generator office is still the same version, so most likely the issue that I posted last time is not fixed yet. So let's get back to the example here. Run npm install. That will bring in the node modules. This version of npm is compatible with lock version 1, but package lock was generated for lock version 2. I'll try to do my best with it. Have a look at this one and see how the versions are with this. So 13, 12. I find the downside with developing for websites and stuff like that is the continuous updates of all these packages that you have to take into account. Add-in CLI is 111 at this time. Add-in debugging, that's one important one. Let's see, is there a manifest? There is a manifest in here, so we can verify the manifest. Let's start with that. npm, where am I typing? Where's the focus of my cursor? npm validate. What? What did I type? npm npm run validate. What's the result? The manifest is valid. Good. Great. Excellent. Logos are all in the place. Acceptance test completed. That's good to hear. Based on the requirements specified for your manifest, your add-in can run following platforms. That's a lot. Office 2013, 2016, 2019 on Windows, and 2013, 16, 19 on Mac. On the web, on Windows, and on Mac. This is a huge improvement compared to what we've seen with just COM add-ins only able to run on Windows. What do you think? Are you running add-ins? Let's get back to the preview here. Run the following command to start a localhost web server. npm run dev server. You're about to install a certificate. Developer CA for Microsoft Office add-ins. Yes, I would like to do that. This will install a certificate for the add-in to be secure. Obviously not to be used in production. Development only. Compiled successfully. Do we have now a server running? I think it did. The localhost 3000. HTTPS localhost 3000. There is task pane. Oh, it's not called task pane apparently. It is there, but it doesn't have a task pane to redirect. There is a task pane in here. Oh, but it's not used. Let's have a look at the code again. At least the server is running. Sideload the add-in to Outlook. By following the manual instructions in article, sideload Outlook add-ins for testing. Once the Outlook add-in is loaded, let's do this first. Because I completely forgot how to do that in Outlook. Also make a note here for my Office add-in ideas is all samples use different methods for side loading. Also different for things like, let me check, tasks are different in each and every one. Because the README here mentions to sideload it like this. My question would be, wouldn't it be side loading if I just run start, npm run start? let's try that later on. Let's do it according to the description first. The README. The README said we had to do it like this. Sideload automatically. Command line, npm start. That's what I was thinking. Sideload manually. That's for the web. Outlook on the web. Outlook on the desktop. Outlook. Yeah, that's my developer account. If you don't already have a developer account, you can go to the development site for Office and get your own developer environment for Office. That will give you E5 subscription just for development purposes. And what's in here? All this analytics about my well-being. 27 quiet days. That's because I don't use this email a lot, so my analytics is completely off. 26, 25, 26, 26. Interesting is that they all different. Get add-ins, and then the instruction was to add-ins, my add-ins. Script lab. I wonder if you first need to expose it. If you don't see the Get Add-ins button, you select the Store button on the ribbon if available, or File menu, Manage Add-ins buttons on the Info tab. File menu, then select Manage Add-ins. File. Come on. On the Info tab. There's an Info tab. Manage Add-ins. I think this is new. And now we get to the web version. You can see more about web experience, blah blah blah. Why is this in the desktop section? If there are tabs near the top of the dialog, ensure the add-in tabs is selected. Choose My Add-ins. For some reason, I think this is completely off. If there are tabs near the top of the dialog, oh, that's a tab within the dialog. This one. Make sure it's set to add-ins. And then all my add-ins. Locate a custom add-ins section at the bottom. It's just as if I did this for the first time. My add-ins. Custom add-ins. You can install custom add-ins file from a URL. Locate a custom add-ins section at the bottom of the dialog. Custom add-ins there. Oh, and it's already in there, but can we also remove it? Yes, we can remove it. Add a custom add-in from URL. And the URL would be the location of the manifest file. So that should be something like this one. Manifest.xml. Yeah. Okay. May access my personal data. Okay. Whatever. Oh. Please see the exception details for more information. Okay, let's do it a different way. Full file. Now go to why is there no CD repos CD 2021 0408 CD PMP CD samples CD Outlook there's the manifest. How come it's not visible in here? Oh, that's a different location. Okay. In there. Install. Now it installed it. By Microsoft. Insert your signature with ease. That sounds like a good option. That sounds like. Sure. Okay, so we sideloaded it now. Let's complete the reading in here. Yeah, that's it. So done. No OK button in here. Close. Once the add-in is loaded, use the following steps. Open Outlook in Windows or in a browser. So do I need to open it again then? Oh, I have to add it here. Get add-ins. My add-ins. I just sideloaded it, but I did not. Well, it is added. Okay, let's read. Open Outlook on Windows and it doesn't have a. That's the case. It doesn't have a task pane in here because this one is responding to events, most likely. Please set your signature with PMP samples edit. Open Outlook on Windows. Create a new message or appointment. New message. Please set your signature with the PMP add-ins sample. Set signature. Dismiss this message. Set signature. Now we have a task pane. There we are. Title. Let's make that MVP for now. My phone number. We're in the Netherlands and we have a mobile number, and then we are adding some 10 numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 0. Thank you. She, her. Let's make that he is safe. Nice. Test this one. Thank you. It's even replacing it in place in the signature area. That's nice. That's a plain simple one. And here you can specify in the new mail I want a big one. There are 2 big ones basically. Let's make that A. And in the reply we do the small one, C. And forward this to B. Appointments will use the new mail template, this one. Override Outlook signature, save. And now it's saved. Now you can edit or save it again. So let's close this. Now we have the option to set my signature again using the button. Let's close this. No. And I want to create a new message. Well, let's send it to myself. Let's see if my mailbox is still working. That would be nice if this would be a link. Office developer, that's me. Test signature. Signature. New. It's a random. You did not know that was possible, eh? You can also do the other one, equals to lorem. Let's send this away. Bye bye. Now I get a new message in here. Pictures loading. Oh, and now it's resolved into a link. Let's reply this. Sure. Well done. And I should now get a new one. There it is. That's my outbox. That's my... No, that's not my outbox, that's my inbox. Sure, well done. Now let's forward this. Look at this. That's me. Now I should get my third one. Come on, you can do it. There it is. So this one should be, is that the same? No, this one has a title. This one doesn't. And the forward is the small one. So that's nice. Let's have a look at the README. Set signatures, you can, I think if you do the new one again, you can click the set signature again. The bar is now gone because it's already set. Now you can redo it. insert signature. This is the default Outlook signature. And if you look at this, it should be empty. That's my big signature, my fake signature. So definitely this is a different signature stored somewhere else. So I close this one and I do a new one. And now you see we have him in there. Now let's see if we can bring the debugger in. Permanently here, yes. Now let's close this one. So now you get a debugger inside Visual Studio Code. At least this one is better terminated than the node window. Let's have a look what the active debugger is for this. You can check the debugger, the engine we use for task panes. Web view type has not been set. So now let's see what the options are. Options should be, the new option would be Edge Chromium. Edge Chromium. And if I'm correct, it will fail because it will not recognize the new entry here. Oh, it is. Okay, so this one is updated. That means that the version of the debugger actually it's the one for the add-in dev settings. Let's see if that's separately in here. No. So this is part of the add-in debugging. Apparently it's high enough to get the latest Office add-in dev settings. That's nice. So now let's see what happens if we do npm start. This will bring a node window. But will it also sideload Outlook? I don't think so. This one is not side loading. That's what I meant with all these differences between all these scripts. This one doesn't side load Outlook automatically, so I have to start Outlook again. And have a look at the signature window. This one. That should have now an option you can inspect, but this is a complete different one than the task pane. It doesn't show the security thingy in here. Code. Web view 2. There's a lot of the web view 2 items in here. There is also a lot of edge items in here as well. I don't know why that is. All these items for Visual Studio Code. Separate threads apparently. There was a question about debugging Outlook. Let's have a Google that. Debug Office Add-in Outlook OfficeJS. The Office Add-in Debugger, test and debug Office add-ins. Sideload and Office Add-in on Windows. That's done. Validated. This is what we did previously. But where is the debugging for Outlook? Why is there side loading Outlook in here? And it's not in the page. Maybe in here. Cannot be used to debug Outlook add-in that executes a function. To debug an Outlook add-in that uses execute functions, we recommend you attach this to Visual Studio in script mode or to some other script debugger. Run the following command to get the information. This is, by the way, interesting. Run the following command to get information for the Microsoft Win32 Web View Host app package. And lucky me, I'm in PowerShell here. Well, get app package not found in Apex. Was found, but the module could not be loaded. Import module. When the add-in is running Microsoft Edge, your wireless code will not be able to attach to debug by default. UI less code is any code running while task pane is not visible, such as adding commands. To enable debugging, you need to run the following PowerShell commands. But it's failing because it's probably not imported yet. Go to in here. Let's get out of the repo. Import module apex. Oh, import module apex. It's not supported on this platform. Okay. (80131). It's exactly this one. And it's closed, so what's the solution here? It's not supported on this platform. Environment data Apex module can be downloaded like this. Import name Apex. Dupe of this one. Apex import module operation is not supported on this platform. That's exactly the same. Use PowerPoint 7.1 successfully, but that's not working. Sounds like a consequence of missing WinRT. Get error. Still loading everything. Blah blah blah. What does Steve Microsoft mentioned here? Nice, all these pointers. Include Win runtime DLL. If modern author can put them back, so then so can PowerShell. Error. It seems that the team explicitly said WinRT application should be recompiled in this case, so we need a new version of the module. I won't know until we try the implication is retargeting the new TFM. Use window PowerShell to get it working. Apex not natively compatible. While working on a live system, this command solved it. Switch. This is still an issue in 7.1. Get a package, get told to run import Apex will also give me an error. Likewise, same problem. I know this is closed, but having blah. To install Ubuntu. That should be Ubuntu. Anyway, can use this. Module Apex is loaded in Ubuntu's PowerShell using WinP as compatible in a remote session. Please note that all input and output of the commands for this module will be deserialized objects. If you want to load this module into PowerShell, please use import module skip addition check syntax. The question is, can I now do this? Yes. How to ask the question, the version, I should say. Version PowerShell. Seven. Get host, select object version. Get host pipe, select object, version 7.1.2. So with the documentation in place, where was it? Here. Run the following command to enable debugging. Use the value for full package full name listed for the previous command. Package full name. That's this one. If Office was already running, blah blah blah. Otherwise, using Microsoft Edge DevTools. I think I already have that. Edge DevTools. It's preview. Let's check if there's an update. Check if there's an update. Get updates. Again, that's much faster on my own machine. Oh, there we go. App installer. No, there's no update for this. Windows Cortana pane. That's interesting. I think this is only is it valid if you have WebView 2? Let's clean this up a little bit. When the ad is running Internet Explorer. No. It's a mess. Really? See browsers used by the tool that you use depends on whether the add-in is running Microsoft Edge or in Internet Explorer. It's not only Internet Explorer anymore, it's also Edge Chromium. Win32 WebView host. So it looks like this is doing the same thing as switching it in the npx package in here. ZX. Let's have a look at this one. Let's copy that to my notes first. WebView 2. Installing the WebView 2 SDK. No. It's not even in here. WebView 2 is not in here. I think this one is the this one. I think that's the other thing. My guess is that's this one and not this one. Explorer 11. Oh, I did not copy all these items in. Okay, should update that. I think I created the items here. Microsoft Edge, Edge Legacy. Copy this, and that should be this one. And the other one. That's most likely this one. These days. This one used to be the HTML version, but then now these days it is the Chromium version. Saving it. So how can I find out if this version is WebView HTML? What's it called? Edge HTML. Google Edge HTML. Where is it? This one. Legacy Microsoft Edge documentation. Let's find this one. It's not in here. Come on, guys. Maybe without a prefix? No. So why does it show in here? Win32 WebView host. I'm looking for this, and if I open this previously named thing, and now it's not visible. WebView. So this was updated, I think. No. Is there a cache option in here? No. Why is WebView control process blah blah blah? There's a lot of issues. Edge HTML. Web browser web view controls use different engines. Web browser uses Trident, while web uses HTML. If you open your web page or browser, you should be able to see these differences you mentioned. So it's quite confusing. The question is which one not which one I'm using, because I know which one is using. I'm using Chromium, and how to debug Chromium in Outlook. Debug Outlook Office JS Add-in Web View to Chromium. Install the debugger. There's no Outlook in here. No debug reference. It's 2018 Web View 2 was non-existing there. Web View 2 Chromium. Browsers used 11 WebView 2. How to do this on Outlook? Announcing Microsoft Edge WebView Office Add-ins. November 2020. Bloop, 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 bloop. No thanks for now. Courtney, South Outlook. Okay.
Hello everyone, I'm Courtney Owen from the Office Developer Experience team. What do I add to the project? You would see this.
Start.
You would get an error saying sideload is not supported on this host. And that's kind of not ideal for developers because they want to be able to run npm start and be able to start up their dev server, sideload their add-in.
This is from 2020. Let's get
so they can
back. Because I think this was fixed. Enable debugging, blah blah blah, sideloading. Let's get a little bit back.
Supported sideloading for Word, Excel, and PowerPoint, but never for Outlook. And so right now, if you were to try and sideload a Outlook add-in project, you would see this.
npm start.
You would get an error.
That's what we see here as well. Yeah, it is. Okay, nice. Let's make a copy of this one and put that in my notes. Office Outlook debugging. let's continue with this.
Saying sideload is not supported on this host. And that's kind of not ideal for developers because they want to be able to run npm start and be able to start up their dev server, sideload their add-in, and have Outlook boot, and so they can quickly verify that their add-in is up and running.
Yeah,
well,
I agree.
We've made local changes recently that should be checked in soon that will now allow you to sideload Outlook. So I'm going to show you here real quick on my developer machine how that works. So I have the same add-in, and I'm going to run the same command, npm start. This time no error, and we boot Outlook and show you this warning message. This warning message is just to let you know that we're going to register an add-in, and we're doing this for security purposes, so someone doesn't potentially maliciously install an add-in on a user's machine. We see this as a very much an edge case, but we wanted to protect the user nonetheless. So I'm going to go ahead and say OK, and I have my add-in now. Now the next thing I'm going to show you is debugging. So before I click on Show Task Pane, I want to tell you a little bit about
a little bit.
The potentially this time no error and quick on my developer machine how that.
So on this developer machine,
that works. So I have the same add-in, and I'm going to run the same command.
This one said debug is starting app desktop. Where is it? npm start. Yeah, task pane 01. Let's compare it to our output. Where is our output? But this one is doing something like this. Yeah, let's start something. Yeah. Start manifest. Debugging started. App type debugging. Starting server, sideloading the Office add-in. That's debugging started in this case. And that's not working in our case. And for that, we probably need to update this one, maybe. Let's try that. Where is the debugger? Add in debugging. Let's bump that to the latest version. Save that. npm install. npm install. Zero vulnerabilities. npm start. Node. Unable to start debugging. Same thing. No fix. Yet. The Office add-in does not support Outlook. The Office add-in manifest. Oh, okay. The Office add-in manifest does not support Outlook. Google. That's not found, so let's find it in GitHub maybe. Let's search for it or GitHub. Nothing. Darn it. Okay. Office Add-ins Dev settings. Manifest.xml. Do. So it's complaining about this one. It does not have any options here. Mail host. Launch event. Well, let's continue with the video, see what it come up with. Enable debugging. Where is it? There. Node is running. Enable debugging. So which one is running here? Chromium.
And npm start.
Yeah, we've seen that. It's not
this warning
working
message
yet.
is just to let you know that we're going to register an add-in, and we're doing this for security purposes. Add-in on a protect the user nonetheless. So I'm going to go ahead and say okay, and I have my add-in now. Now the next thing I'm going to show you is debugging. So before I click on show task pane, I want to tell you a little bit about the Outlook debugging experience in the past, or lack thereof. Outlook uses background add-ins extensively, such as commands and background unsend. The problem with trying to debug these types of add-ins is that their WebView instance can expire very quickly, and the developer doesn't have time to attach the debugger before the WebView instance expires.
Found that.
So you can't debug it. So what we've done is come up with a very slick, simple solution that will give the developer a chance to attach to the WebView instance. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to click on Show Task Pane, and that's going to bring up a dialog here. And it's telling you that, hey, we created a WebView instance, and you can now attach to it before we execute the JavaScript code. So I'm going to go over to VS Code here, and I'm going to attach debugger to that WebView instance. Then I'm going to say OK here. And you see, we hit in the debugger here, and this is the actual task pane loading. So I'll continue here, and we've got the task pane loading. Now I'm going to actually execute the task pane run function. Once again, we hit the debugger here. Okay, so that's cool. So that's a task pane add-in. Now I want to show you the background add-in case, which has always been very difficult, if not impossible, to debug unless you go through Outlook Online. So in this instance, I'm going to run a command. And once again, it's going to bring up that dialog. And I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to select this instance and say OK. And it's going to hit the command code here. Go back here. I can execute it again, and we hit it in the debugger again. Now, I want to show you the final case here, and this has always been the one that's really never been possible to debug, and this is the background unsend case. Now, the background unsend case, once the JavaScript code executes, it expires, the WebView instance expires immediately. There's no possibility that you're going to be able to attach the debugger in time. So I have a add-in here that's going to run that validates that this email is sendable. And this is a test account I'm using here, so this is not my official Outlook account. And I'm going to click send. It's going to bring up a dialog here so you can attach the debugger. So I'm going to go back again, and I'm going to attach to this instance. And I'm going to go OK. And it's going to hit the breakpoint for my validate sendable function here. And I can step through this code. And then you notice that the debugger detaches right away. That's because the WebView instance has officially expired. So had we not brought up that dialog, we never would have been able to attach to it. Now, one thing I want to show you that's really nice about this side loading is that I can make a change to my add-in, and I'll be able to see that change right away without having to go through the cumbersome manual steps of registering an add-in. So I'll close this down here, and I'm going to go to my manifest, and I'm just going to add the word demo in here. Save it, and then we'll side load again. Warns you again. We go back to our task pane here, and we see the new title here, demo, in here. So this is a really nice way to be able to make quick changes and verify them without having to go through all those manual steps, such as get
So
add-in,
how do we enable this?
my add-in, add a custom add-in, add from file. That can get to be really tedious and time-consuming for a developer. So I want to show you the final case, which is doing everything from within VS Code. And
Right.
what I'm going to do here is I'm going to edit my launch.config file. So we will boot, Outlook, sideload, and attach the debugger all at once. So I'm going to click this here. Lets you know that there's an attempt to register an add-in. You say OK. and we hit the debugger. Everything done within VS Code. So that's a really nice scenario for a developer to be able to do all their developing and debugging all in the same tool. So that's about all I have for the demo. This code is all local on my own machine, but it should be ready to check in pretty soon. And I would imagine by the first of the year, this should be available for users in production. Thank you, and that's the end of my demo.
That's the end of my
Thanks,
demo.
Marty.
Let's get back to, because this is the important part, I think. Where is the manifest thingy? Go back. Here. Let's have a little look here. Configurations. This is in the launch thingy. Source. There's no launch thing. It should be in .vs Code. Launch the JSON. Let's see if that's actually in there. (2021) 0408 PNP Office Add-ins. Oh, PNP should be enough. Let's go back here. Yo Office. Let's generate a new Outlook item. Let's kill Node first. And kill Outlook here. Let's create a task pane thingy. Task pane project. Let's take JavaScript. Test. Debug. Now select Outlook. Where's my hand? There. There's the code. There's the code. There's the code. Yeah. test debug. No, there's a VS Code thing in there. Code dot. Now there's a launch item in here. Excel, Excel, PowerPoint, PowerPoint, Word, Word, Office, Online, Office. No, Outlook. No Outlook. Let's sneak in from this video. Configurations. Use WebView Advanced. So let's copy this. Copy. Outlook Desktop Edge Chromium. Outlook. Type Edge, Attach, Advanced, 9229, 45,060. It's much higher. Space work route, debug. Outlook. Stop debug. That's disabled and at this end. So now he's starting it from scratch.
Outline tedious and time consuming for a developer. So I want to show you the final case,
Closing
which
Outlook.
is doing everything from within VS Code. And what I'm going to do here is I'm going to edit my launch.config file. So we will boot Outlook, sideload, and attach debugger all at once. So I'm going to click this here.
This will start npm run start desktop dash 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 app Outlook. Make a screenshot of that. Also from this one. There's an attempt to register the Outlook developer add-in. Register Outlook developer add-ins manifest.
Let you know that there's an attempt to register an add-in.
Let's have a look at later. Control Shift D, I think. Yes. this one. What happens if I do this? Not much. Yeah. Task. Because the task is not in here yet. The task will be in the task runner. Desktop. App tab to debug. Here are the tasks. So the question is, and we've seen this in the screenshot. So let's create a copy of this one. That would be debug Outlook. npm start desktop. We have seen this one. Where's my screenshot? I think this one. npm start desktop dash dash app and then Outlook. Outlook small caps. Let's assume that it's the same. Is it different for Word? It's all the same. That would be fun if we were able to do this. Control-Shift-D, Outlook. Let's hit it. Outlook is starting. Is it? That's the compiler. Will it kick in Outlook as well? No. Unable to sideload the Office add-in. Sideload is not supported, but it should be based on Outlook, I think. Let's run Outlook. Let's see if we have a latest version here. Office account, Office updates, update now. We are up to date. Beta channel, so that should be the latest version. Meh. Darn it. So this is not working yet. Let's go into the Control-C. Kill this. So what did we learn today? Is that Office Outlook debugging is still not working the way I would expect it to be. Because I also got a question on this on my YouTube thingy. That's not about Outlook. Don't do that. 2 comments. This is a different one. Okay, there's a different comment on Outlook asking for the same thing. Back in here. Let's close some windows here. Debugging. This is the thing that we watched. This is the video. Let's see if there's any comment on this. Not yet. Take from the Add-ins November community call.
Hi there.
Hi there. Stop it. November, March. Outlook add-ins. December. This is the small one. This is the big one. No comments. The other one doesn't have comments either. Let's sign in here. Bring up the secrets. I set secrets. They are. Now I need to find my YouTube. Google maybe. Copy. Now my password. Now I need to confirm it on my phone. Come on. Yes, it's me. This one. in business. I never want passwords saved in here. Passwords. Of to save passwords? No. And same thing for addresses. Okay, YouTube, come on. Now I'm logged in. Bring in a question here. Love the video. Did test it today. Was it November, October, November, December, January, February, March, April? 6 months after the fact. But didn't work today. Any updates on this? Comments. Okay. GitHub quick reviews. Okay, they are live streaming right now. Did I copy this video? I think I did to my notes. Yes, I did. So let's wait for an answer on that. Ooh, we're live streaming right now. This is interesting. This is a Dutch scientist, I think. Maybe pretend scientist, but he was a tech watcher back in the year from the previous century. What's this? Routing in Azure with Giraffe and F# by the .NET Foundation. Let's wrap up for today. Apparently, debugging Outlook is still a different beast. There you are. Now it finally times out. And let's see if we can get an update on this by the team. At least the signature thing is working. This one. Sideload is still manually. So key parts are this auto run thing and the runtime JS, and it's running on events, new message or new appointment. I didn't test the new appointment. Maybe you can have a look at that. New no Outlook. Let's see if it's still. Oh, it's not running right now, so it will not work. No. Okay, let's keep it for today. Permanently delete. Yes. Handling the events and set signature. Task pane code, edit signature, the task pane folder, HTML, Okay, it's just HTML. It's plain HTML. For that reason, there's no debugging in my task pane item, I think. That is interesting. Let's have a quick look. Let's reopen it quickly. Data, repos, CD 2021 0408. I really should stop because it's 12:30 now. CD PMP, CD samples, CD Outlook dash code dot. Let's have a quick look at the HTML part. Task pane here. Yes, it's plain HTML. There's some other stuff in there, but it's not connected, I think. Or it should do something with the Office, because otherwise you can't run the signature there or CSS. It's running the beta. Well, okay. Let's kill this and kill that. Kill this, and we're done. So, what did we learn today? We learned today that the signature events sample is working really good, and I think it was small improvements compared to the previous one. On the debugging part for Outlook, that's still a hot mess, if you ask me. But let's see if we can get some more details on that, because I also want to put that in the presentation for debugging the Office add-ins. Put it in the middle. No. Yeah, no. Okay. Saving this for later. Back to, no, not standby, this one. So thanks for everyone for watching. If you enjoyed the show, make sure that you subscribe or hit the follow button on Twitch. Subscribe on YouTube, follow for Twitch, and see you next time, probably next Thursday, but that all depends on how life goes. Thanks everyone, and see you next time. Bye bye.